I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The first carry for Trenton Cannon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Dalton now to pass. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, it's Cannon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Andy Dalton. Open man, it's Allen. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. You kill!
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Good. 5-8.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Ready. You ready? Check 53. 2.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
We got this.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? Yellow lady. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Watch safety creeping. Hey, easy. Safety's creeping. Check 9, check 9. Hey, easy. Watch the motion. Switch, switch, switch. 49, check 49, check 49. Joker, 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 joker. Check 43. You right.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, buddy, 95-56. Keep it up, keep it up.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. That good for 22 and a first down.
But they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches, because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. They keep it with Smith on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dalton. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Breeze hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Clive 8. I'm coming for you.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Breeze going to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Packers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Breeze to throw again. Johnson's got it complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller, and boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Squeeze, double.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year, 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Tucker's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, under pressure, they got him again. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Touchdown, defense. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now it's Ginn. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
That's a gain of 3.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. Allen, the intended receiver. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. A 1st down carry for Smith. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Here's Dalton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Lead. 5-6. Check your hot read.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Back now in Arlington. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Here we go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check 3. Hey, easy.
Now Anderson. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 36, Breeze. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Ready. Yellow lady. 53. Hey, D-line. Hey, easy.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 99. Check 99. Over.
Here's Johnson. And an alley to run. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
5-8. Hey, check. Here we go. Hey, easy. Hey. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So Dalton now.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So now Dalton. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. What can Breeze do now with his drive? He gets this one to Johnson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Check.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
95-56, 95-56.
They run. Anderson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Check it back. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, easy. Motion. Bring it. Here we go. Mike 51. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Go, Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Packers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip it, tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash gotta make you